awesome.
I read something that you said you peed
Thank
yourself
you.
multiple times. Is that true?
No, not multiple times. One time on stage. Everybody pees. Everybody pees.
What happened? Was it like in the middle of a song?
I was really nervous and I was 16.
Thank you so much.
Oh, so what does this have to do with your...
The true story behind Shania Twain's hit country and pop music superstar Shania Twain recently revealed the tragic truth behind one of her popular songs. In a new interview published just last weekend, the 58-year-old singer opened up about her abusive childhood and how it influenced her 1997 hit song, Man, I Feel Like a Woman. Twain said that her mother's second husband, Jerry, would sexually assault her in addition to being physically abusive to her mother. That song was me saying I have waited too long to feel good about being a woman. For many years I shied away from it or wished I wasn't a woman. I was a shy, insecure female, not person, Twain said about the popular song featured on her Come On Over album. The 5-time Grammy winner continued, "My brain said, I don't really care what I am. But my body got in the way. The female got in the way. I've got curves, so I had to set boundaries and guards very young. I did everything not to bring attention to them." She felt as though she missed out on the joy of being a female and said she never once went to the beach in a bathing suit as a teen. "I knew that boys were going to take advantage of me in one way or another," she added. However, her feelings eventually changed. "But then I became tired of acting like I'm not a female with curves, so I wrote, Man, I Feel Like a Woman. I guess I was a late bloomer in getting comfortable in my own skin, but after a while you just have to stop picking away at the things you can't change," the singer said. Written by Twain and her longtime collaborator and then-husband Robert John Mutt Lange, who also produced the track, the song was released first to North American country radio stations in March 1999 as the 8th single from the album, and it was released worldwide later the same year. Man, I Feel Like a Woman remains one of Twain's biggest hits worldwide. The song received generally favorable reviews from music critics, who praised the song's attitude and hook, as well as Twain's vocals. Commercially, the song was also successful, reaching the top 10 in 6 countries, while reaching the top 20 in Canada and number 23 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 chart. It was even more successful on the Hot Country Songs chart, reaching the top 5 and was certified platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America, RIAA, for 1,000,000 digital downloads. The song also won a Grammy for Best
Shania
Female
Twain,
Country Vocal
Man.
Performance in 2000. The accompanying music video for Man, I Feel Like a Woman was released on March 3, 1999, and it pays homage to Robert Palmer's Addicted to Love music video, featuring Twain dancing with buffed and blank-eyed male models. The song was also the opener on Twain's headline on the Super Bowl XXS halftime show. The song was also performed by American Idol winner Carrie Underwood during the 4th season, and by Britney Spears in her first movie Crossroads, 2002. In the interview, Twain also reflected on the lack of representation of female performers in the music industry. When you are a child, you identify with people and see possibilities, but there is a lack of representation for women in this industry. It's a lot more than just sexism. It's about representation. For young girls to go, I want to be her, you need to make that feel obtainable, she said. But she went on to say that a lot of girls don't want to perform in bars like she did in the early days of her careers, noting, you have to start somewhere. Some bars in Canada had a room for live music and another for strip shows. Not a lot of girls are attracted to that, she added, while mentioning the risk venues as such pose for young women. That scene is more intimidating for a girl because men are drunk and boundaries get blurry. How can you attract women to that? How do they feel safe and stay protected? Although she grew up in an abusive home, Twain was devastated when her parents were killed in a car accident when she was just 22. As the new head of the family, it was her responsibility to handle the paperwork, and she says that going through every detail of the police and coroner's long reports helped her learn to face more of her fears. She took charge of her younger siblings and supported them by singing at a local resort, processing her own emotions by writing songs. When her siblings were old enough to move out, she changed her name from Eileen to Shania, from a word belonging to the language of the Native American Ojibwe people meaning "on my way," and moved to Nashville, Tennessee, to pursue her musical career. At the height of her career, Twain was hit by enough misfortune to fuel 100 country songs. She lost her voice as a consequence of contracting Lyme disease, which caused the nerves around her vocal cords to atrophy. Then she found out that Lange was cheating on her with her best friend and PA, Marie-Anne Thiebaud. Despite all of the challenges that life has thrown her way, Twain has remained a firm advocate for female performers. She also firmly supports artistic expression through music. In another segment, Twain reflected on her hit song, "That Don't Impress Me Much," from the same album, in which she sang, "Okay, so you're Brad Pitt. That don't impress me much." When asked who would be a modern-day equivalent of the 90s heartthrob, she named Harry Styles and called him the new Elvis. Twain first switched the song's lyrics during a performance at the 2022 People's Choice Awards. That original time, Ryan Reynolds, who was seated in the award show's audience, received the honor. Pitt addressed Twain's choice to replace him with Reynolds, 47, during an interview in January 2023. "I think we can share the wealth," Pitt said, when asked whether he agreed that Reynolds had stolen his thunder. "Ryan's a good egg, too. He deserves some love," Pitt said. The Thelma and Louise actor added that Reynolds wasn't the only Hollywood actor who deserved a mention in Twain's lyrics. "I think they ought to pass it on down, and next time she ought to sing it to Austin Butler," Pitt said during the interview. "Maybe Leo DiCaprio in between, then Austin Butler." Shania Twain's music is truly generational, and it just goes to show that whether it's singing "From This Moment" at a wedding, or "Man, I Feel Like a Woman" after you just got divorced, or "That Don't Impress Me Much" when you are single and ready to mingle again, this woman has certainly given us anthems for every season of life.